neutral light at the very top of the stage in Game 5 and Winners Finals. He's a menace.
Here we go. Game number 1, Acno on this ransom. So the thing that I noticed the most, Acno played a lot of Koji, of course, in the beginning of the set, and then Game 5 swapped to Ransom. Really good at juggling Marker in the air with bow nair or like end lights. And then Acno was like, you know what? If I'm gonna just keep juggling the guy, I'm gonna swap to Chakrams. Then he used a lot of split nair and recovery to continue juggle states and get really great.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
Hey, when this happens, it always happens. Two-sider from Marker off the D-light, catching another recovery from Acno. Another end light and Marker now in the driver's seat. He's found himself in this spot versus players like Borgir so many times before. Sidelight waiting. Sweat beats come out. Acno makes it back, lands in the corner, picks up a pair of chakrams, then does a chase dodge into a split to get a little bit of distance between to get that safely. No landing sider into end light. I'm not sure if that's still true, but something to look out for sure. Ensig comes out, does not catch. Another one lands back down with a sider, punishing that signature from Marker. There, recovery doesn't connect. Looking for that sidelight. Downer comes out instead. And another N-stick for Marker. Acno not giving him any of these signatures is very important versus Tesca.
No, he's using that high speed from Ransom and staying out of harm's way, being able to really fish out his opportunities, fish out his offense, and not leave himself in a bad situation. Marker, though, chasing down that side sig, hitting the unarmed dare, and Acno has no options, nowhere to go except to reset and come back up on stage. 124 damage against Marker on his opening stock. Acno back on the bow, see if he can try and fish out this knockout.
Big sider there for Marker, trying to continue off with that GC sidelight, but Acno will see none of that and immediately trade that out with a down air. But Marker, I mean, definitely trying to push his advantage state there and try to get a big stock potentially there.
You can. I mean, Ransom is very squishy. You can rack up a lot of damage against him very quickly, especially on something like a Tesca. Okay. Acno staying up in the air. Realize Marker doesn't have many options up there. He does have the advantage. Marker, though, naring up, trying to catch a landing. Acno staying out of the way. We're going to swap. No, we're just going to stay unarmed. Acno is able to steal the weapon away from him, get the split chakras back in his hand, and try to dig away at the stock, but Marker is having absolutely none of it.
Down there catches Marker on the wall. A jump sider will catch as well, and Acno slowly trying to move forward here, but Marker does land back down with an end light of his own, and now Acno playing off the corner once again. Marker's been so good at capitalizing on players in the corner this entire tournament, but a slide charge signature will close out that stock, and yes, it does. Down sig, right?
I actually looked over at my phone.
It was the one where he like hovers and then throws out the projectiles, shoots the gun thing.
Like downwards?
Right? Yeah, down sig. Okay, I still got it. All right. Closing out that stock is Marker though. We go one stock apiece.
Oh, Marker digging in, the nair up, gonna keep Acno at bay. Okay, the side light is gonna get dodged through, but Acno right there to pick it up. Marker trying to stay out of harm's way. It's so close at the end of game number 1. This could be a banger of a grand final set. Acno trying to keep the pressure here. He's chakrams back in hand. He's keeping it split. I thought he might be looking for a dare over on the side of the stage, but as soon as Marker came back, went ahead and split the chakrams.
As well there. Pickup. Here's a big pickup for Acno. Looking for that nair. Didn't find it. The jump sider from Marker. And light. Now this is where he gets a lot of his money, but Acno is now jumping as anticipating Marker trying to throw out a hitbox in the corner, then punishing with a down air. So scary.
Oh, Marker had it right there. Try to throw that down sig in there. Try to get a little bit of active input off of it. Oh, reach up with a neutral sig.
Yeah.
Oh, he's trying to pull the tricks out of the bag, but Marker staring down these signatures that Acno is trying to hold and charge up. The nair's going to send him down. The ground pound's going to send him all the way down, and lights out from a Marker. Huge ground pound off of the gauntlets, shutting down the virus from Acno.
Nonetheless, though.
3, 2, 1.
All right, here we go. Game number 2, Acno, of course, on winner's side. A Marker coming up from elimination side. You guys that may be new to Brawlhalla esports, I'll go ahead and break it down for you real quick. Marker needs to win 2 best-of-5 sets against Acno to be your Galaxy Cup Zenith champion. Acno, all he's got to do is get it done in this first set.
Acno told Marker, don't swap off of Tesca. I need practice versus your battle boots. So Acno showing some kind of, I think, props to Marker and being like, you know what, I'm kind of losing to this weapon hard. I kind of need this practice. And Marker is like, you know what, you don't even get the battle boots. You get completely clipped by the gauntlets, and that closes out the stock immediately.
That was a good opportunity for Marker there, taking a very decent lead here against Acno in game number 2. The recovery is going to whip. Marker's all over it. The dare coming off stage, looking for the side air. But Acno right there with the dare. The air flew, but Marker able to find his way back.
Oh!
Could not. Yeah, the ground pound's not going to interrupt that. Acno throwing down the down sig, caught him. There we go. The claws are out, and Marker getting sent all the way to the top. And Acno just like that, tying this thing back up.
I was gonna say that last game before Marker completely clipped Acno. I want to see him try to use that Fuse Chakram Nair and recovery to close out stocks. If he's so good at juggling Marker, those just instead of doing damage KO outright, especially early. It's a pretty early KO options as well. Something to look out for sure for Acno here. Recovery comes in. He waits. A Nair recovery. Acno now chasing high with an N-Sig. That hasn't worked since week 1 of this character's release, so Marker's not going to fall for that one. Might fall for it in the future though. You have to be careful.
Oh, there we go. Marker, the Nair is going to connect on Acno. Acno trying to find his way back up on stage. Dodges his way out of the offense from Marker. Now can he find a way? Oh, that ground pound was coming, and Acno knew it. Immediately retreating back up on stage, forcing Marker to go ahead and come back up and do the same. Weapon throw out, tries to throw the signature. Acno's all over it. Coming back over. What's the offstage going to look like? He's going to give him room to come back. All the way up with the extension. Acno, you can't do that, bro.
Oh, and that just gets perfectly caught with the GCD light into side air. Marker now, I don't know, man. He's looking like he's trying to force a reset.
I mean, it's looking very good for him so far as he's in a good opportunity. There we go. The Fuse, a dare is going to go ahead and slap that stock away. It'll catch you off guard real quick. And just like that, Acno only 22 damage down and has chakrams in hand. Marker, though, finding the attach with these boots. The dare's going to go down. Acno throws the weapon out. Marker able to touch. Acno's on it, though. Okay, comes back over. Be able to get another chakras. A Marker has boots still on his feet, trying to keep this pressure going against Acno. He can end it right here. Acno gets a reversal when it comes to positioning. He is now the one in the edge guard. Coming down with the dare. Oh, you do not want to go under Marker, but he did not let those boots pull the ground pound. Oh,
another Nair there. Oh, that downlight on the platform I thought was going to catch Acno is a great idea, but just maybe mistimed or potentially slightly misspaced. They walk up there. That's going to be a big open up for Marker. The weapon toss just caused the dodge to come out, but Marker without a weapon does not have any potent options to punish that dodge through. Sideline waiting. The recovery does not get ripped. That downer will catch the soft platform. Big GC side stick, and that'll close out that stock, and Marker up 2-0 in the set.
All right. So
like the way to kind of leverage the fact that you think your positioning might be a little bit better, having a read over your opponent. And I do like his Ember pick. And of course, it wouldn't be an Acno set if there wasn't a bow involved some way or another.
Yeah, I did. I mean, I figured we were going to see something. I half expected Diana to come out because his blasters are nasty too. He has a lot of hours on that legend, but we're going to see the Ember taking a little, was it Use that was using it in Winter Championship? I know we definitely saw some Ember.
It was used.
See, look, I remember stuff sometimes, PJ. Look at that.
Yeah, it's like you with the player knowledge, me with the signatures. It's what we're known for. And like
these are the things we know. Oh, Marker looking for it. The Nair is going to go ahead and whiff. Acno has a slight advantage here. Another squishy legend, though. Ember does not have a whole lot of defense to speak of. His Marker is showing that right now, putting the boots on Acno, send him out. The recovery is going to send him all the way up. He does get back down the stage. Marker's going to go ahead and starve him out, but Acno digging in with that neutral light unarmed. And going to catch a landing off the signature. There we go. Acno with the guitars. Recovery from a Marker all the way up to the top of the stage. Acno trying to dig in. The neutral sig flies. It gets punished with the recovery. And Marker is the first to strike and 2 stocks away from resetting this bracket.
Yeah, and I mean, as much as, you know, you might be saying, okay, well, the ransom was an experiment and Acno really doesn't have a chance, or Acno wasn't really trying. The way that Marker's making this Ember pick look, it could just be Marker maybe outplaying Acno in these exchanges. I mean, he's looking like he's very, very hot right now, and he's playing very, very well. Side-like recovery, catching that there. The dodge through does come out. Acno with sweat beads on light. GC downlight doesn't come out, or doesn't connect, and that end light will catch Acno with these down airs. He's been good at getting these bow downers all tournament long. That side will send to the state. The weapon toss will close out that stock, and we got 2 stocks all.
2 stocks all indeed. Acno trying to put a line in the sand here and get something going with and avoiding the reset. Neutral Sig at the end of that is going to go and pick up on Marker. That was some good damage off of that bowstring. Acno, though, taking a side light off the unarmed. A little more damage being put against his Ember. Reaching up with a neutral light. Does connect against Marker, but no follow-up afterwards. Marker with the weapon throw out. Acno burns a dodge. Gets his way through it. Still no damage. Down light connects. The neutral Sig connects. Acno going up in the air looking for it. Marker with the reversal on the unarmed recovery. Catches a neutral air coming back down. The signature is going to connect. The weapon throw out. Acno, does he have a way to get back up on stage? Sweat beats out, and Marker shuts it down.
Oh my goodness, Marker one game away, and he's not making it look like it's a close game at that. There comes out there Acno with a wake up end light there. We'll try to catch some sort of recovery option in Acno and a guess per game. Do you guess right? Dodging into that side air. Marker getting the down air as well. Acno having to recover low. Marker waits for his prey to burn another option. Two sweat beats come out. A big down six sends Acno low, but the recovery does end the edge guard exchange with so much damage still getting sent over, and Marker picking up another edge guard sequence with an end light, sending Acno off stage. The jump side air covers the top platform. GC end sig does not anti-air to spike. And down sig comes down, and that side sig will catch for Acno to close out that stop.
All right, we got a little sign of life from Acno here, but he does have 116 to 129 damage packed against an Ember. I think the reset may be inevitable here, but Acno trying to make something happen off stage. The recovery from Marker is going to put him back in contention here, and that is going to close out. Marker resets your Galaxy Cup Grand Finals. We're going to put everything in zero, and we're going to watch it again and see if he can test this Tesca with some Tesca.
Here we go, Acno versus Marker. We'll get into this reset here. I'm excited to see how this one is going to play out as we get a Tesca mirror, but we don't see the mirror of the weapons. We see battle boots versus gauntlets now, and Acno, I mean, he's been having struggles versus Marker's battle boots, but the gauntlets have been causing equal problems now. In these most recent games, Marker is showing that his gauntlets still have what it takes, are up to snuff to contend with Acno.
See if he is indeed. So far, though, things are very even. Acno getting the better of that situation. Gonna send Marker all the way off to the left side. The unarmed neutral air is gonna connect.
Marker trying to cover that soft platform with that jump sider. The NSIG does let fly for Acno, trying to anti-air Marker, and it's very close in this stock number one. Dash jump in with a recovery, doesn't KO off the top. Now swapping over to a pair of battle boots as Marker has no weapon. Acno trying to starve, unable to do that as he goes a little bit too high. Marker with the end light does catch Acno once again. The recovery calls out that ground pound startup on those battle boots, and the end light will send off stage once again. Here we go.
Oh, weapon throw out. Can't find anything off of that, though. Going down low, Acno not going to go ahead and push the punish. He's going to go ahead and sit back. He wants this landing. I take that back. He goes up with the recovery. Marker, we have the absolute neutral between these two players right now. Acno going to go ahead and get the recovery. And that is, I think, the first lead he's had in Grand Finals, period.
Oh my goodness, man. It is getting harder and harder to really claim who's going to take this game because it's so close. Even then, Acno taking the first strike. Marker immediately rebuttals with the down air and the side air as well. And we go into this now, 2 stocks apiece, fresh stocks. Marker starts the aggression with the side light there on the gauntlets, looking to get some more damage. Acno D-light side air into the end light there. It's going to send Marker off stage and on the wall. Acno trying to respect the space for Marker, but also continuously be a looming presence. And Marker flips the situation with a daylight into down air as well. Acno trying to call out these landing options, but is yet to find any nairs or recoveries. Marker with the side light there. Acno cannot reversal Marker on these weapons.
No, he can't. He's having a very difficult time. I can't believe how close this game number one is, though. Acno catching the landing off the back of that signature, dodging through the weapon throw, still looking very fantastic, interrupting the signature from Marker. Acno having a good run here, but gets shut down with the recovery. Trying to come back down stage with the unarmed stare. Marker going to go ahead and starve him out. Boots back on the feet. Signature connects, tosses him over to the right side, and Acno is being snuffed out here in game number one, PJ.
Weapon toss as well. Acno just really struggling to get himself back in this game now as Marker slowly extending this lead into the second stock. Side air there, side light, waiting for Acno to land. The recovery does come through. Acno now trying to land in the corner. Marker will catch it once again. End light into the correct direction as Acno dashes himself into it or walks himself at that fact. The weapon toss comes out. Acno will see right through that option. Side light there, D-light to catch Acno, potentially trying to jump back to the ledge quickly. D-Sig will not be enough to close out that stock, though, and 2 weapon tosses from Acno as he disarms himself in the process, but gets an end light anyway. And a pair of battle boots once again, the end light not enough to KO. No, it is. Acno evens up the stock count, but takes quite a bit of damage for his trouble.
Yeah, he got put pretty deep into that second stock. We'll call it halfway gone as he's sitting at 96 damage, but still a very obtainable goal here to be able to shut it down, especially when you're getting the run off stage. Acno doing what Acno does, winning games, and just like that, reversing it completely on the left side. Breaking Marker's ankles. I mean, Marker, I mean, he's got other legends. I don't know. I do feel like there's some chess being played here. It's just a matter of who is going to work out for Marker, though. Backing up, Sidelight's going to whiff, catches the grounded Nair. Another Nair into gravity cancel Sidelight. Could not get much after that, though. Acno is going to show how it's done from the other end. A Nair throwing Marker down of his own, interrupting that signature again. Great job from Acno being aware and being able to take care of those. Weapon throw out, sweat beads out for both players, coming over with the signature. No catch off of that. Oh.
Acno answering back. That's a dodge getting burned out from Marker, but Acno gets sent a little bit too low after getting that hit. Unfortunately, unable to capitalize on that high recovery. Marker gets an end light there. Acno having to jump back with a side air. And a big side sig off the corner for Marker to close out that stock.
All right, gives him a lead. See if he's going to be able to hold on to that. Only 88 damage against that first stock. Puts Acno in a down position again here. But we did see the reversal in the last game, so we do know he is able to go ahead and bring it together. Oh, Acno, downlight. Not much after. There we go. Sarah is going to connect. Weapon throw out. Is he going to go for it? No, comes in with the gravity cancel D-light. Stays out of the way of Marker's Nair. Resets back up in neutral. The recovery is going to go ahead and connect as well. Whiffed on the second one. Marker staying out of the way. Still holding on to this first stock. We are well over almost a minute 30 into this game, and finally the first stock falling off a Marker.
It's so close here. I mean, somehow like Acno able to keep these games close, and I feel like when these stocks become close, Acno definitely is able to come out and really make these close games just really punish Marker for them by taking these games. And a big open up from Acno on these gauntlets. The recovery comes out and going for a high recovery. Marker has to dodge through in the nick of time. Sidelight, wait, sidelight. Recovery is coming out now for Acno, trying to cross between the stage and cover as much space as possible, making it so hard for Marker to get in here. Big Nair, sidelight, recovery, not enough to KO off the top, but it's getting close to that point. Another sidelight waiting. Acno stuck on that soft platform. A big side sig comes out there. Doesn't connect though, and Acno gets a side air for his troubles unarmed. Acno now versus Marker in the center stage. A big side sig out of the corner once again, but no active input. The weapon toss comes out. Acno will dodge through it, and Marker will look to close out the edge guard the old-fashioned way. A ground pound from unarmed onto Acno's dome. And he closes out that stock. Acno now even having to even up the stock count here as Marker has the gauntlets online, and he's been getting some big damage open-ups, but Acno will not make that a possibility as that side air comes in, and Marker with no chances to make it back. No, he does. I thought he was gone, but he wasn't, and Marker gets an end light, so some extra credit for this stock guaranteed now. That was pretty crazy. That side air just a little enough horizontal momentum to get back to the wall.
See how much he's gonna be able to get off of it though. Acno letting the weapon throws fly. Are you kidding me?
Oh no, Marker! No way! Marker steals the game away once again, and that's the Marker classic. He gets a stock lead, and you think it's so close. You think it's so easy.
There we go. All right. Here we go. We're gonna get in. We are all tied up. I cannot believe he was able to get that done. But nonetheless, Acno, Marker tied up. Brackets already been reset. Marker going for blood here over on the left side of the stage. Acno gonna get the reversal just a little bit here. Gonna get gauntlets on his hands, but Marker putting more pressure over on the left side. Acno digging in. Because trying to say landed, it looks like sidelight is going to go ahead and whip. That one does not, but no, the Nair is going to whip afterwards. Not able to find anything from it. He's dipping off stage. The Sarah coming back up. It's going to put a little damage against Marker, but he's still at the disadvantage. I take that back. No, with the ground pound, going to go ahead and steal that first stock away and put Acno on top.
Acno with a big down air as well, and Marker getting put in the blender even in this second stock as Acno has some gauntlets and is not happy with that last game. Marker will keep this one close though with recovery into a side air. Sweat beads come out as Marker expends all his resources to get a little bit more damage. Acno, big reversal Nair there, going for the recovery, trying to catch Marker, jump back to the stage, but down sig in the corner will close out that stock, and Marker evens it up after Acno gets a bit of extra credit. Not anything too notable though. I wouldn't say like Marker is one hit away. He still has to take 4 or 5 different dodge mix-ups to even lose his stock here, and Acno knows that. He's going to play very patiently, sidelight into a recovery, immediately trying to go for the recovery. Marker dodges through, Sweat Piece come out, big end sig will spike into the stage, so Marker will get his resources back after touching that wall there. Endlight Acno responds immediately with a recovery as well, and Acno is running away with the stock. He is not letting up, he's not giving Marker anything, and Acno doesn't seem to want to give him anything either.
I mean, he's got to do something. He already let the set get away from him once. He has let a game go in the reset. He has got to lock this in, and that will certainly take care of that stock. His Acno has a full stock advantage over Marker here in a game number 3 to take the advantage here.
We see Marker so good with a lead, but when he has to come back in deficits, he does not look nearly as strong as he does when he has a lead. And Acno, on the other hand, so good at closing out games like this, but Marker will try to make something happen here. He gets a nair there, no sider to follow up. Acno dodge in place, Acno moving forward and holding that center stage until Marker dash jumping in, trying to find a way to break in, looking for that weapon toss or downer. Sideline will be the answer, immediately punished by Sider. Weapon toss for Marker, holding that center stage, and the tension grows as Marker is trying to make something happen. Acno is trying to make sure that nothing does happen on the side of Marker. D-Light comes out, sidelight catches, sidelight for Marker. No response to the nair, comes out and dodged through by Marker. And Acno and Marker are playing this dance of the Tesca, the dance of the gauntlets, and nothing is sticking, nothing is going through. And Endlight gets with finally a nair into a sidelight recovery from Acno, breaks the mold, and the one piece strings end. The sider comes in for Marker, and Acno, D-Light, sidelight, waiting for a dodge, gets the dodge out. No read. Acno's so patient here, down air as well, and it's getting closer and closer to being an Acno win.
It is, and that might do it right there. Nope, not enough to take him all the way to the coast. Gonna go down with the dare. What a reversal this could be. Marker's gonna go ahead and tap that one in, but this still gives Acno a completely fresh stock while Marker's sitting at 170 damage. Very, very close to being knocked out. Acno gonna try and dig it in here. Ooh, miss the signature. Lets Acno get those gauntlets on his hands. Ooh.
Wait, the ground pound. No, it's a wait a minute. Acno having to go to the wall there, and he somehow beats Marker back to the stage. That could have been a big opportunity as Marker tried to steal that game away. The recovery comes in, and Acno puts an end to any dreams and chances and hopes, as that is a win for Acno. And
as
Acno
he tries to close it out here, this could be your last game of Galaxy Cup Zenith.
Marker starts off with an unarmed down air to contend that weapon. Acno will punish responsibly, or correctly there, I should say, with an Endlight. And Acno with a big read there, calling out that touchdown with an immediate ground pound pull. Marker does get hit by it, but too low damage for it to be anything super meaningful. Acno will just take the damage comfortably there. Nair's coming out as well. And this looks like Acno, I mean, he hasn't really let up after he's taking these games on these Tescas. We'll see the Marker, though. If Marker can get a stock lead, anything's possible, man. Marker with a lead, maybe one of the best players in Brawlhalla right now.
I mean, you definitely want any advantage stage that you can get. And we see, the battle of the gauntlets here. Marker throws his away. He's like, I want to go back to the boots. Reaching up, Sarah is going to go ahead and miss. Acno, wrong direction on the down air, but catches with the neutral light. Recovery connects as well. Marker, though, able to snag up that landing. Two-piece coming out the back end of it, finishing up with the side light. Ooh, the gravity cancel. D-Light gets punished. Acno sends him up, and 2 stocks away from wrapping this thing up.
Side air there, the down air from Acno as well, as we look to see Acno with a stock lead once again. And he is a very steady, slow burn player when he needs to be. He has those flashy plays, he has those explosive moments, but he can also just whittle you down and break down your will, break down your attempts to try to make a comeback happen. And Acno doing so here, 3-piece there. Covering Marker's landing, just keeping him suppressed, keeping him in the corner, not wanting to give Marker any chance to steal a stock away and force an even stock situation. Ensig will come out. Acno will dodge through that weapon toss sidelight there. No weapon for Marker. He picks up a pair of battle boots, but eats a downer into a nair, into a GC sidelight, into a sider, sending Marker really far off stage. Acno gonna pick up a pair of gauntlets once again. Jump sider to avoid that down sig in the wrong direction. And Acno's down sig will close that stock off the top. And Acno one stock away from taking his first Galaxy Cup. Oh my goodness, Marker putting himself off stage. D-Light into downer. Ground pound comes out. Marker has no chance, and Acno with a 3-piece. And oftentimes, a big Cinderella run will end with a whisper and not a bang, as Acno moves forward and wins Galaxy Cup Zenith EU. Acno does it there and stops any chances for Marker to take his win. Acno, congratulations to him getting that first place.
I never lost faith, PJ. I never lost faith. I really do.